very quickly, I could tell you that the master strategist who they are alleged to be Bola Tinubu is just simply following the playbook of the dictator Sani Abacha.
A member of the ADC, representing ADC and Kogi State in the House, right?
Of course. My name is Right Honorable Leke Joseph Abejide, the national leader of African Democratic Congress. And
albeit, they see you as a chameleon. But if you have to vote for a president today, who would you vote for?
That's what you are meant, Bala Tinubu.
Who is from what?
It's not about party.
To the glory of God, INEC's position agrees with us that the party did hold a NEC meeting on the 29th of July 2025, during which distinguished Senator David Mark and His Excellency Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola were elected as the national chairman and national secretary of African Democratic Congress ADC, respectively. So INEC is on the same page with us as far as this matter is concerned. We have urged the court to award a cost of not less than 50 million in favor of my own client, distinguished Senator David Mark, and against the plaintiff as deterrent for filing such a frivolous action.
Hello guys, welcome back to Chaka Film. Good news to ADC member as Tinubu plan or APC plan against the ADC has fallen apart just like the house of cards. Why did I say so? The lawyer of David Mark, Riwan Okbanishi, just came out to announce or make a statement that the INEC has recognized the leadership of David Mark. So I want us to watch this video where he made this statement. The video might be long, please, but just hold tight because there's a lot of information we have to unpack for this press statement. But before we do that, please, if you are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, click on the bell icon so that whenever we drop a video, you will be first to be notified. Thank you very much.
The matter came up for hearing today, and to the glory of God, we have conducted the hearing and adjourned for judgment. The date and time of the judgment will be communicated to us by the court. That was the directive of my lord. The plaintiff adopted his amended originating summons, and respectively all the defendants adopted their counter affidavits as well as preliminary objections. It is only INEC, the fifth defendant, that did not file a preliminary objection, but they did file a counter affidavit, which is supportive of the case of the first defendant, third defendant, and fourth defendant, respectively. INEC's position agrees with us that the party did hold a NEC meeting on the 29th of July 2025, during which distinguished Senator David Mark and His Excellency Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola were elected as the national chairman and national secretary of African Democratic Congress ADC, respectively. INEC also confirmed in their report as Exhibit INEC number 1 that they attended the NEC meeting and that the NEC meeting produced distinguished Senator David Mark and Rauf Aregbesola as national chairman and national secretary. They also confirmed the fact that the document, they have produced a report, which report they attached. So INEC is on the same page with us as far as this matter is concerned. The plaintiff's case is speculative, is premised on gossip, the case is premised on an activity that never existed. Their argument is that Senator David Mark and Rauf Aregbesola emerged as the national chairman and secretary of the party on the 22nd day of July 2025. And we are saying, no, you don't have any document to prove that. But we have document to show that on the 4th day of July 2025, the party did serve INEC a notice of their NEC meeting to be held on the 29th day of July 2025. And on the 29th day of July 2025, the meeting held, INEC attended, and INEC produced the report. So the evidence is before the court. While we have evidence before the court to back up our claim that the NEC meeting held on the 29th and not 2nd July 2025 or any other date, They don't have any document to support their assertion. We also raise the issue of locus standi. What is the locus of this? The person who filed this matter, he's not an official of the party. He's a member of the party. And the Supreme Court is very clear that any issue that borders on internal affairs of a local party, no individual has any right to institute the action, and no court has jurisdiction to entertain it. And we also cited to the court the provisions of the new Electoral Act, Section 83, subsection 5, that prohibits and restrain courts from entertaining matters bordering on internal affairs of political party. We also brought to the attention of the court the new section, which is very germane, of Section 83, subsection 6b, that says a party who files any matter involving internal affairs of political party shall be a cost of not less than 10 million shall be awarded against such person. We have urged the court to award a cost of not less than 50 million in favor of my own client, distinguished Senator David Demark, and against the plaintiff as deterrent for filing such a frivolous action. So our case is very clear. We have a preliminary objection. We are saying that the Federal High Court has no jurisdiction to entertain this matter. The jurisdiction of this Federal High Court is limited to the matters that are contained in Section 251, subsection 1 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the additional jurisdiction as vested in it by the National Assembly on issue of pre-election matters, including the Constitution. So this Federal High Court has no jurisdiction over this matter. The matter is an internal affairs. Any issue bordering on governance or leadership of a political party and even membership of a political party constitutes an internal affairs of a political party over which the court has no jurisdiction, and in respect of which nobody has locus. Any member of the party has no locus to file such action. So we have made that point. So the judgment will come up based on what the court said anytime next week. It could be on Monday, it could be on Tuesday, but we know that justice will prevail at the end of the day. They gang up to destroy the Action Democratic Party, as demonstrated in the suit filed, the frivolous case filed, will fail. My name is Rewan Okpanashi. African Democratic Party, ADC. The gang up, as demonstrated in the suit, will fail. The suit is clearly academic. Thank you.
Out of all these interview or press statement, if you are to take anything away, is that first, the INEC recognized the leadership and the process that brought David Mark to ADC, and also they are now suing Bala Gombe of 50 million naira. And the worst part of it, he took the case as a mere academic suit. That is, it's not even up to it. You don't even need to listen to it. It's just mere academically. That is how it's supposed to look like. And that is the strategy that APC and Tinubu government have taken to destabilize ADC. Now, when talking of strategy, I want us to watch this interview of Emmanuel Idakwo, where the interview he did with News Central, where he talked a lot of things that is so very important. I want us to pay keen attention to this interview, and let's watch it.
For me, very quickly, I could tell you that the master strategist who they are alleged to be Bola Tinubu is just simply following the playbook of the dictator Sani Abacha. Like I was saying,
I'm taking you on that. That is very grave.
In the month of April 1998, yes, and I want to prove that to you. In the month of April 1998, 5 political parties explicitly endorsed Sani Abacha to be the sole presidential candidate. And we are witnessing similar situation today, when you can see that APC, without any democratic process, has endorsed Tinubu to become the presidential candidate for 2027. Not just that, you can see ABGA has endorsed Tinubu to become the presidential candidate for 2027. And then the list goes on. When we talk about this manipulation in ADC being masterminded by the APC, we see a whole lot of denials. But you could see from the last protest, the counter protest by Matthew Bala and Leke, Honorable Leke, you could see that Leke did an interview and made it very clear that they are set out to ensure that the coalition does not stand because they want ADC to endorse Bola Tinubu.
So, 2 things he made mention of in this interview, that is Emmanuel Dako, is that there's someone called Leke Abejide, and the same person is saying that he will vote for Tinubu, and he's a party member, and he's a faction of Gombe, Bala Gombe. So now you may ask, who is this Leke, Honorable Leke? If you watch the video beside me, he's the man with the green cap on his head, which there is ADC written on it. So for us to understand who this man really is, I want us to play a video of him when he was talking and standing with Bala Gombe. Then it may not be long, just be 20 seconds video.
Thank you, party leaders here, our national chairman, Honorable Bala Gombe, other party executive here present. My name is Right Honorable Leke Joseph Abejide, the national leader of African Democratic Congress, and the oldest elected member on this platform since 2019. Let the right thing be done. INEC has never erred in any way. The only thing I know INEC has not done is by putting the name of Nafiu Bala as the national chairman of African Democratic Congress. They should do it right now. Yes! Yes. They should do it right now. Yes! They should do it.
That is Bala Gombe fashion. And their aim as a faction, he called himself the national leader of ADC, and he's the only person that was elected under ADC platform to the House of Assembly. We will go to the part where he said he will be voting for, or their plan is to vote for Tinubu, not APC presidency. So that means ADC might not even bring out any president when we follow this fashion of Bala Gombe. So let's watch the video. Let me not talk too much.
Good evening, Nigeria.
Yeah. I mean, at some point you wear the Ashewaju cap, but today is the Abejide cap that you're wearing.
Yeah. I wear both. Ashewaju is our leader, not just today. So we have been wearing that not today.
So you are a member of the ADC, representing ADC and Kogi State in the House, right?
Of course.
And you're still the only member of the, but now you have some other
colleagues. People have defected.
Well, before this crisis, you were the only member of the ADC. I was the only member
in the House of Representatives.
Albeit, you know, they see you as a chameleon. You, on one hand, you're a member of the ADC, but you preach APC. You've not been able to distinguish what you really...
I didn't preach...
You've been saying, just for a moment, you've been saying as much as a hypocritical and a lawmaker who is being given the opportunity to serve on the platform of the political party, and you keep talking about another political party. Is that not anti-party?
When I came to the House, I was alone. You are aware. Actually, I came with another person, but he did come to APC. So I became lonely.
Like an orphan?
Like an orphan. And APC is not the only party that produce representatives in the House and in the Senate. PDP has a lot of, before now, had a lot of members. Labour had members. But you have to relate with people that I know I can mingle with. And they're mostly in APC. So I cannot work alone. So and I have been working with them.
So you are APC at heart. ADC by face.
It's not a matter of APC at heart.
But that's what you have been practicing, no. Honorable.
How?
You go around proclaiming APC, or you are carrying the card of ADC.
I won election on the platform of this party, African Democratic Congress, ADC. APC was there. If I am carrying APC at heart, APC will have won. So they know that I have my own programs, different from what APC is doing. But I tell you, in the National Assembly, you can't work alone. You need people to work with. And I cannot be alone. So people, even, I had told you severally, maybe you forgot, that even before I came to ADC, I was in APC. I was an original APC person right from time. And my leaders are still there till today.
So your heart is really in APC. You are only just in APC.
My heart is in APC and in ADC.
Why? How can it be?
How?
You know it's a crime actually.
It's not a crime.
You cannot
because
be in two
I
political
have brothers
parties. You
that I cannot
just a moment,
separate from
you're a lawmaker.
who are in APC.
A lawmaker.
So I cannot wish them
lawmaker, you cannot be committing.
And I cannot, because
just
of politics, separate them.
There is a breach. You cannot be a member of two political parties. Are you aware?
I'm not a member of two parties, political parties. I'm talking of human relation now. You want me
What party do you belong, Honorable?
ADC.
ADC.
African Democratic Congress.
If for
Change party.
if you have to vote
Since,
for just for a moment, Honorable, if you have to vote for a president today, who would you vote for?
That's what you are meant for Latino.
Who is from what?
It's not about party. I'm talking about person.
Is that not hypocritical? You belong to a particular party,
it is not.
But you say you will vote for another candidate from another
Okay,
political
who do you
party.
want me to vote for?
I imagine that if you are representing a political party, you stick with the political party from A to Z.
Nobody wants to waste his time and energy. I will not be one. In 2023, a build up to 2023, when Dumebe Kachukwu emerged, I told you before, our national chairman then, Rafon Wosu, they came with him, and then I don't know how to deceive. I told him, I said, come, this election that I'm looking at, you cannot win this election. Why must we waste our resources, waste our energy? Can't we partner with APC? So that other elections like House of Assemblies, House of Reps, Senate, we win them. Then we can function well at the national level. But for this presidency, let us partner with them. Because the party cannot win presidency, there's no point of wasting time. And he said that he likes what I said. That if it were to be another person, it would deceive him. I said, because I don't want you to see me on television and say that I deceived you. I said, because something that cannot work, why must you put her? I said, I see, this party today, if these coalition people listen to my advice, it would have been better by now. So what I said was that...
So you don't believe that the ADC has capacity at the national level? Just like ABGA is doing, you want an alliance at the center.
It is better for us now. Where is the time for us to struggle and get this presidency? And from whom do you want to get it? You want to get it from somebody who is the master of the game. Is it easy to win Azwaju on the seat? He was not on the seat. He won them. Not to talk of now. See, we will not deceive ourselves. And to me, why can't we be patient? Only 4 years. Only 4 years. He's not going to spend 8 years again.
A lot of people may not agree with you. There are those who will say you really do not have the love of ADC. You are just using it.
And because of this, their purpose, or his purpose, is to vote for Tinubu government. And people might ask, if your aim is to vote for Tinubu, why not just decamp to Tinubu APC party? But the problem with that is that if you decamp to APC party, there will be no insider to destabilize ADC. That is the reason you always put somebody in the midst of your enemies, so that will bring information to you and also be a force that will destabilize your enemy. That is the same play that Tinubu and APC are playing with this Bala Gombe and Leke Abejide. You can hear somebody saying something like this, and why can't you pity for the country called Nigeria? Why will Nigeria ever develop with such people like this? Now, not that the Gombe Bala or the Bala Gombe, whatever you call them, their plan or their setup has fallen apart. There is this other group we also have to look at. This is Dumebe Kachukwu group. The other faction that say they are the national leader, they are the only recognized leaders of ADC, that the process that brought him the mark was flaws. Now that everything is falling apart, they also have changed their tone. I want us to watch this video of them making now, this is no longer they are the rightful leadership. They are mayhem now, or what they hold now, they are now holding on to now is because the INEC has not recognized the mark because of the... No, I'm talking too much. Let's watch this video, please.
So it's not about, we didn't come here, when you say group, I want to disagree with you. Like I said, ADC NEC has, there's no, in fact, you cannot say that ADC NEC has function. It is impossible. ADC NEC is one. And the NEC of the ADC, recognized by INEC, stands before you today to say this is the steps we are taking to ensure that we have credible election in 2023. You don't play politics with 2027. You don't play politics with emotions. Let me tell you, I don't want us to miss the message because of these little street conversations and social media, talks. ADC has taken a decision because in politics you don't play it with, emotions. If we fail to follow the electoral 2026 Electoral Act guideline, ADC will not feature candidates. Now I want Nigeria to judge us on one thing: whether when we get this, when we finally put this party through, whether we will not give ADC tickets to some of their favorite, aspirants. The objective of this meeting, I don't want us to miss the objective of this meeting. The objective of the meeting is that there have been misconceptions out there. People have said all manner of things about the ADC and where we stand at the present. We've also heard people talk about what INEC and Supreme Court has done. We jeopardize our chances of going to the election. Now we are saying no. The constitution of the ADC does not allow for lacuna, vacuum. The constitution is right on this one, that in the absence of the National Working Committee, the neck of the party should take over administration. That is what we have just done to make it public. And also, allay the fears of the people that ADC will not be on the ballot post. Now, we want to say something. By the time we put this message, this information across to the public that we have done, we also convey our letter officially to INEC. When the INEC failed to do this based on our constitution, then we will follow Nigerians to shout that the APC government is against the ADC. Because for now, we will not sit on the national television and begin to lay accusations. I have not seen President Tinubu before. I don't know him. In fact, the last time I saw Tinubu was when he was governor. Then I was a journalist, a reporter in Lagos State. So I have not seen him before that. But the truth is this: we will follow Nigerians to shout at the end of this conference. If we send our letter to INEC and INEC fail to recognize the neck of the party, we will be the ones to carry placard on the roads, because then they are denying the ADC their constitutional right, which is to allow the neck of the party to take over in the case of crisis and bring the party together. And that's what we're going to do. Like my colleague said, it is a rescue mission. They will accuse you of, you see what I'm wearing, I don't know whether this shirt costs 500,000 naira. I didn't see the flashy car I came here with, it's a normal discussion. People have this discussion everywhere. In fact, while I was in my house in Abia State, I read where somebody published that I was with nephew Bala at a Hilton Hotel. We are trying to, I asked INEC to recognize him. I thank God that report, understood that ADC NEC has the power to communicate to INEC, and that's what we've just done. It is normal, but like I said before, I don't have any reason to be jittery over what people will say after this, because my bank account is even there. So maybe when Nigerians will take that bank account, they will help me and add money to it. There's nothing like that. Thank you very much.
Who is the chairman of NEC? Because as journalists, you must take that back.
Okay, I've said that before. Who's supposed to be? See.
Your constitution says NEC. Your constitution says the NEC, Article 14. It says National Executive Committee. The party shall have the National Executive Committee comprising of the following: National Chairman, President and Vice President, Senate President, where they have all state governors, deputy governors, chairmen, and all of that. And whenever NEC meets, there must be a chairman. Yes. You people have met now. That's in your own words, and you took a decision. Who are we going to attribute as the chairman of NEC when your NEC meets?
That 14, Article 14 read is very clear. On a normal ground, when we have a NEC, NEC is controlled by the national chairman. Look, let me take it from the state so that you understand it. As the chairman of ADC, I'm a NEC member. I'm also the chairman of the National Working Committee and the chairman of the National State Working Committee and the chairman of the State Executive Committee. Ordinarily, without this crisis, the national chairman of the ADC would have been the chairman of the NEC. But because of the crisis, because once we talk about the NEC meeting, it comprises, when we have a NEC meeting, a comprehensive NEC meeting, it comprises the state chairman, zonal executive, and the National Working Committee. But where the injunction has stopped the National Working Committee, which includes the zonal, from acting, the only eligible people that can speak on behalf of the NEC are the elected state chairmen. That is what we say, that and we will choose, we have chosen on behalf of the party, so that we will be able to send correspondence to INEC, and they will be able to deal with us, because INEC cannot deal with individuals. We are appointing, as I said, we have the following: chairman, acting chairman, and they are. It's just for 2 or 3 weeks to ensure that we have convention. We are talking about Temitope Oga Kinsley, Kogi State Chairman. He will be acting here for the meantime. Then the secretary is Kennedy Odion from Edo State. Now Deputy Chairman Mohammed Kali from Borno State. Assistant Secretary is Kabir Hossein Jigawa. National Organizing Secretary is Dr. Charles Idowu, Omidi Joshua State. Now Deputy Organizing is Johnny Toviderek Bayasa. Then Treasurer is Mrs. Stella Chukuma, and the Public Secretary is Don Norman Odina. For the meantime, we will be sending correspondence to INEC, and we will also keep in touch with Nigerians. Whatever thing that happens, we will call for this press conference now and then to address this issue. Now, to answer your question, because I know you are agitating to answer. Now, this is on 3 national televisions. Isn't what you... As we speak, look at that table. About 25 of them. Look at that table. They are all ADC state chairmen. Those are state ADC chairmen. We are 25 here in number, I think. Yes, some of them are still, but couldn't come. They send their signature here.
They send their signature. There are some that cannot make it.
Some are standing there. So for now, we will speak to Nigerians when the time, anytime is necessary. And let me also say something. Yes, being on 3 national television simply means that we want Nigerians to know the position of the party, because this issue happened during the holidays.
Okay, we've watched both parties. We've watched the Bala Gombe fashion. We've watched Dumebi Kachuku fashion. You can see now that these people don't even have anything to hold on to. They will be falling apart. And we are waiting for the final judgment from the court next week. So I want you guys to drop on the comment section below. Tell me, what result are you expecting next week? Do you think that David Mark fashion or the real leadership of ADC will win the case, or will the court postpone the judgment again? So I will be waiting for your comment on the comment section below, and also your prediction. And yeah, that is where I will leave you guys today, and a new video. Please, before I go, if you are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, please, so that whenever I drop a new video, you will be the first to be notified. Thank you very much. But watch out for the next video, because we'll be following this story tooth and nail, and we'll be updating you as early as possible. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye-bye.